Update: my friend took advantage of me when I was in the hospital. Original post: I was away from my home for a month for a planned surgery and recovery. This was a very intensive surgery. I'm 6 weeks out right now, and I can still barely walk. At the last minute, my hired pet sitter canceled on me, and I was desperate to find a replacement. I offered that money to a friend who was having housing difficulties. She was to take care of my house and pets. I let her stay in my home while I was gone, and I even bought $300 worth of groceries for her. The agreement was for her to take care of my kittens and fish and to have the house tidied up before I got home. My car would be there in case of an emergency, but otherwise, please avoid driving it. It's a lease, and I have an allotment of miles I can drive before I have to pay extra. After I was admitted to the hospital, she moved her own cat in, and also her boyfriend. When I got home, my house was an absolute disaster. Dishes piled up in the sink. It took me 4 loads to clear them. Dishes and leftover food were scattered around the house. Cat vomit was left to dry on the floor. Bags of cat litter clumps were in the hallway. Half-full trash bags were left in the entryway. Stains were on the couch, and the floors and counters were filthy. There was a 3-foot circle of wood ash on the floor around the fireplace. They used up about 80% of my winter wood pile, so now I don't have enough wood to last me the rest of the winter. So here I am, post-surgery and barely able to walk, scrubbing the floors, doing dishes, taking out the trash, sweeping, mopping, and vacuuming. But there's only so much I can physically do before I'm in massive pain. Well, you guessed it. I have been in massive pain every night since that first night of doing too much trying to clean up after her. It hasn't even been a week. She tried to negotiate with me to stay at my house for several more weeks or longer, to help with the kids and take care of you. No, not a chance. But I'm so weak right now that I had to handle it as tactfully as I could. What resulted was her staying an extra 2 days, her useless boyfriend sitting on my couch, eating my food, watching me clean up, and not offering to help. She, at least, cooked food for me the next day. I called my 2 besties, a married couple, and asked them to come by to ensure these 2 left my house when the lift arrived to take them home. I told them hours beforehand to pack up and be ready to leave. They waited until 10 minutes prior to finally start packing, and the Lyft driver had to wait a half hour for them. As they were leaving, the boyfriend questioned my friend and asked him how long they were staying. He gray-rocked with excellence. The boyfriend said, "I'm just concerned about her and want to make sure she has the help she needs. And I'll be back to help out as much as I can." That a-hole did absolutely nothing to help and made everything harder on me. As soon as they were gone, my real friend sent me to bed and helped clean up my kitchen and living room. My kids also helped out. Even with that, I still had to spend time over the next several days cleaning up after them. I still haven't tried to remove the couch stains, but at least my son vacuumed all the crumbs and such out of the cushions and cleaned up the fireplace. Then I discovered my car. I had given her permission for 2 non-emergency trips into the city, about 30 miles away. She also admitted to using my car a little bit while I was gone. I was too weak to make a fuss about it. Well, it turns out they drove my car over 1,100 miles. These parasites took absolute advantage of me while I was at my weakest. So today, I sent a text requesting they pay me 30 cents per mile of unauthorized use, which adds up to $255. I'll either get some money back for my troubles, or I'll scare them away so badly that I'll never have to see them or deal with them again. Either way, it's a win. Now for the top comments before reading the update. Have you changed your locks? Yes, change the locks, and make sure all windows are locked so they didn't leave themselves a little access point. If she had the agreement in writing about getting paid to complete a set list of tasks, that could constitute a contract, as well as the times she asked to drive the car. Hopefully you took pictures of the mess when you got home. This is a clear-cut civil case where you could get your money back, the cost of the excess mileage on the car, and the damages from cleaning up. A nice little chunk of change, and your friend would get her just desserts. Jesus, I'm so sorry this happened to you, OP. Thank you. It's hard for me to enforce boundaries, even when I'm at my best, but I'm trying to get better. I've been learning and practicing ever since I divorced my cheating ex. Why in God's name didn't you ask your 2 besties right from the get-go? Why did you ask some scumbag friend? Yeah, they asked me the same thing. I was stressed and panicking, and didn't think they'd be available with their jobs, especially since I live a good 45-minute drive from them. I figured it was easier to help a friend in need than to impose upon them. I suffered for my choice. This is going to sound very insensitive, but the more I've helped out friends, the more I hesitate to help people out. Over time, I found out that people are generally putting themselves in the position they're in because of their own behavior. More importantly, even if it is somebody that I completely trust, if I need help, I am not in a position to help somebody else. No matter how you paint it, helping somebody out is a risk. You potentially did damage to your body by taking that risk. Now for the update. I didn't expect an update to happen so quickly. Honestly, I didn't expect an update at all. You may call me naive, you're probably right. I just always try to see the best in people and hope they choose to be good. It's time to use some names. Let's call her Raven. I don't know if it's her real name, but that's what she introduced herself to me as, and that's how I know her. Her boyfriend is Angelo. The cat's name is Alvin. He's a sweetheart. A bit of background on me. I grew up in an abusive household. One of those never-rock-the-boat homes where image was more important than anything else. If someone harmed me, hurt me, insulted me, anything, and I got upset, I was forced to apologize to them. My dad is also an explosive man. He was fine most of the time, except for the times when he wasn't. When I was 18, he strangled me. I fled to the army, got away for 4 years, sent to war, and got PTSD. My dad has only assaulted me a few times since, over the years. The most recent was last June. The time before was last February, and he left bruises on me. I ended up marrying an emotionally unavailable person who would later become a serial cheater and blame me for the affairs. For years, I accepted that blame, tried to change myself, and make myself better so they wouldn't cheat anymore. I finally filed for divorce at the end of 2024. When I called my mom for support, she took the side of my ex, downplayed the affairs, and told me to cancel the divorce and beg my ex back for the sake of the kids. It took me a long time to be able to admit to myself that none of this was my fault, and most of that realization came just this past year while I have been in therapy. Despite everything that happened, I always blamed myself, not them. I tried over and over to explain to them how they harmed me. It never worked. It's not my fault that I have been abused, but it is my responsibility to take ownership of my healing. Fault is past-focused. Responsibility is future-focused. We learn from the past, but we focus on the future. I am now estranged from my parents as of 3 months ago. My mom does not respect that and keeps trying to find ways to contact me, including showing up at my house unannounced. My dad has been crap-talking about me to anyone he can. He battered my ex and threatened to sue us both for grandparents' rights. As soon as my divorce is signed by the judge and finalized, I'll be talking to a lawyer about getting a restraining order against my parents. All that is to explain what happened between me and Raven, and why it was so hard for me to kick her out. Not only am I bad at boundaries in general, but with major surgery, I'm in a severely weakened state as I slowly recover. I'm so thankful for my best friends for coming in to help me. I say all this to preface what happened last night. I am too nice. I know I am. But it's not something I want to let go of. People do take advantage of me sometimes. I know, it's a risk of being kind, but I refuse to let my kindness go. I want to live in a world with kindness, and that always starts with yourself. I don't want to grow into a bitter old hag. Despite posting my story only yesterday, the events took place last weekend. I returned home from surgery last Friday, and it took me until Sunday to actually get Raven and Angelo out of my house. I couldn't have done it without my 2 best friends, who helped enforce it for me. Even then, they left behind several things. Some clothes, her prescription medication, her cat, etc. This was likely so they could worm their way back into my home, though I didn't realize it at the time. Then I spent all week taking care of my kids, and slowly trying to clean the house. Yesterday was custody exchange day, so now I finally have some time to just relax and recover. Yesterday, I also ran out of pain meds. I've been desperately trying to get more all week, but my surgeon is unavailable. My primary care physician is out of the office, and my gynecologist never called me back. Finally, I just went to the ER for pain management. The doctor and staff there were wonderful, but it still took a total of 7 hours. I didn't get home until after 9 p.m. At 11:45 p.m., I got a phone call from a local number I didn't recognize. I answered. It was Raven. She was in tears. She said the house she was staying at ended up being a meth house. They were trying to kill each other, and she was scared. She said I was the only person she knew, and she needed me to come get her. I told her I can't. I can't get her. I can't drive that much. I just got out of the ER. I'm on pain meds that make it so I can't drive. I'm not going to put myself around druggies, especially in my current state, and I can't bring her back to my home. I need my home to be for me. Her attitude immediately shifted. The crying stopped, the pitch of her voice dropped, and she said something like, "Fine, I get it. I'll figure it out. It's not your problem." She hung up. I don't remember exactly, as my pain meds make my head fuzzy. After that, she texted me. I'll copy and paste the exchange, as this sub doesn't let me post pictures and I can't share screenshots. Raven, I'm sorry I asked, and also you can tell me, are we not friends anymore? Did I do something really bad? Me, call 911. You're in danger, and so is everyone around you. Get the police to arrest them and get you to safety. Raven, I already did. Me, good. Raven, I don't know what to do anymore. The cops are here, but they won't help. It looks like the cops left doing nothing in the process. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'll figure out something. At this point, I wrote a long message about how I can't have her back. However, I took a lot of the advice given to me on my last post, especially the criticism calling me a doormat, calling me naive, and saying this was my fault for being too kind. So I copied what I wrote into an app and had it rewrite it for me so I could better enforce boundaries. Here's what I originally wrote but didn't send. You have to figure that out for yourself. I am not your rescuer. I have my own health to take care of and my own children. Besides, I have given you a lot already, and you abused that. You left my house in shambles. It's taken me all week to clean up after your stay, and there's still more to do. I've torn stitches trying to make my home safe for my kids. I'm not safe around you and Angelo. He especially scares me. I'm fairly certain he's an addict. For the time being, you're not welcome at my home. If you show up, I will call the cops. Ditch that man, get stability in your life, and I may reconsider. For now, Alvin will be well taken care of. Here's what I actually sent with the help of the app. I'm really sorry you're in a frightening situation. I'm not able to help beyond encouraging you to work with emergency services and local resources. I need to be clear that I cannot be your rescuer, and I cannot take on crisis support, transportation, or housing. I'm recovering from surgery and need to focus on my health and my children. Due to what happened during your stay, including the condition my home was left in and the negative impact on my recovery, you and Angelo are not welcome at my home going forward. This boundary is firm. If you show up here, I will call the police. Alvin will be cared for. I wish you safety, but I can't be involved beyond this. Raven, so the stuff I left, I can't get it back? Not even my cat? Me, please send me a list of the personal items you want returned and an address where they can be shipped. I'm not able to arrange in-person pickup. For Alvin, I will coordinate a drop-off at a vet or shelter, and you can retrieve him from there. If you have a preferred vet, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll select one. Raven, the stuff I don't care about. Can you please just drop my cat off so I can get him? And I'm sorry that I didn't take care of the house well enough. Just please don't throw my cat away. Can you drop him off at local vet on Monday? Whatever time, I'll be there. Just don't take my cat away from me. And that's it. I spent the rest of the night terrified they would show up at my house anyway. I already have PTSD from the army, which leaves me super paranoid that people are going to attack me and harm me. Whenever conflict comes up, I spiral and panic, imagining scenarios over and over. Fortunately, my anxiety meds help. I locked all my doors and windows. I eventually fell asleep at 1 a.m. I've been up since 5. On Monday, I plan to ask a friend to come with me to drop the cat off. After I leave, I will inform her that she can get him. If she can't, well, it's not my problem. As for me, today I have different friends dropping by to cook me dinner and help clean my house some more. I have also asked them to help me change the locks, thanks to all the advice I received in my last post. Hopefully, this is the end of it. I really just want to be able to recover in peace. Edit. To answer some of the same questions that keep coming up. 1. Yes, I have cameras. 2. Yes, I am changing the locks, but I haven't been able to do so yet. I didn't get home from the emergency room last night until 9 p.m., and I'm not in a position where I can keep running errands all day. I went to the grocery store this morning, and that took about everything I have out of me. I have friends coming tonight to help. 3. Yes, I have a credit monitoring subscription set up, and I will be going through that when I have the time and energy. There's only so much I can do in a day before my body shuts down. Recovery from major surgery is absolutely exhausting. 4. No, I will not keep Alvin. I do not want anything that will invite Raven back into my home. For all of you saying I need to keep him, I welcome you to take him for yourself and subsequently invite Raven into your lives. Then you can deal with all this, and I can recover in peace. I'll let you know what location I drop him off at, and you can go pick him up before she does, if she does at all. Last story. My neighbor told me I'm stunting her children's development because I won't let them use my backyard as a shortcut to the park. I bought my first house about 6 months ago. It has a nice fenced-in backyard that happens to back up to a local wooded trail that leads to a popular park. If you go around the block, it's a 10-minute walk. If you go through my yard, it's about 30 seconds. Enter Linda. Linda lives 2 houses down and has 3 kids, all under 10. A few weeks after I moved in, I caught Linda and her kids unlatching my side gate and walking through my yard. I went out and politely told her that I'd prefer they didn't do that, citing liability and the fact that I have a dog who isn't always fond of strangers in his space. Linda's response? Oh, the previous owners always let us. It's just easier for the kids. I told her that I'm not the previous owner and to please use the sidewalk. I thought that was the end of it, but yesterday I came home early and found her kids climbing over my fence. Not even using the gate, climbing it. I told them to get down and go home. 5 minutes later, Linda was at my front door, absolutely livid. She didn't apologize. Instead, she screamed that I was being unneighborly and hostile toward children. She literally told me that by forcing them to walk the long way, I am stunting their development and robbing them of outdoor time. She then demanded that I give her a copy of the key to my gate so she can supervise them properly while they use the shortcut. I told her that if I see her or her kids in my yard again, I'm calling the police for trespassing and I'll be installing cameras. She called me a bitter, child-hating hermit and stomped off. Now, a couple of other neighbors, who I think just don't want to deal with her, are telling me I'm being too intense and that it's just a yard. They say I should just let them use it to keep the neighborhood harmonious. Am I the a-hole? I mean, I know this is entitled people, but I'm genuinely shocked that someone thinks they have a right to my property because it's more convenient. Lol, have them offer up their yard as access then. Haha, yes, this. Tell her you've got yourself and 15 mates coming around soon for a barbecue, as it seems that yards are for communal use. You should report this issue to the police so they have it on record. Have them give you a copy of the report and the report number. Also post no trespassing and beware of dog signs on the outside of your fence. You might want to get some umbrella insurance just in case. The cameras are a great idea. Because I promise you that if one of those kids falls while climbing your fence or your dog bites one of them, this Karen will absolutely sue you. What the neighbors say is totally irrelevant. Nowadays, a beware of dog sign is seen as you acknowledging that you have a dangerous dog and can be used against you. Try dog on premises. Lame, I know, but then again, look at this entitled Karen.